Hey Virgo, what's going on with you? Let's get started on your reading. Don't forget to join my new channel, Everlina Tarot. I will put the link to that in the comments as well as the description section. Okay, so what's your message today for Earthy Virgo? I'm just taking in the information I'm seeing you all. Give me a moment. You got to release childhood wounds, things that you've been carrying on forever and ever. You got a lot of stress going on, maybe some high cortisol energy. Maybe you got a big belly, holding on to a bunch of stress issues, maybe stress eating as well. You are here to be known, so speak and be seen, okay? That's a message for me too, because you know I don't like showing my face, but you got to speak your truth. I feel like you have something to say, something to tell, a story to tell, okay? Your voice wasn't heard when you were little. Your voice wasn't heard when you were younger. So I feel like people wouldn't listen, or you felt like if you would say something, people would not hear you. Okay, so you stayed quiet, you stayed silent. I feel like you got hurt a lot. Somebody here may have had open heart surgery, or maybe you have heart issues, or you know somebody who have heart issues, maybe a parent or an elder person who has heart issues or something. Or I kind of feel like this is some energy about somebody who harmed you or something when you were younger. Okay, and you tried to say something, but nobody listened. And now this person is sick or ill, and they may be wanting to ask for your forgiveness. You know, now that they're on their last leg, or now that they are seeking some sort of absolution, some sort of forgiveness. And because they feel like it's their time, or even if they don't feel like it's their time, they feel like it's time for them to make amends. Okay, acknowledge, assert, and protect what's right for you. So I feel like this person wants to to apologize, but I kind of feel like this person did you wrong, and no matter what that wrong was, you know what it is, or you know what it was. They want to apologize for the wrongs that they've done. They want to make amends, but you know that's up to you if you want to accept what this person did to you. Okay, that's too many. If you wanted to accept this person's apology, that's totally up to you. But this person could have some heart issues. They could be dealing with arrhythmia, AFib, arrhythmia, if I could say that, something about their heart. What's going on with this person's energy and your energy as well. I feel like this person broke your heart. You looked up to this person. You trusted this person. This person could have got you pregnant, you know. You could have been a product of and you could have been a product you could have been a product of an RAPE, okay? I'm so sorry if that happened to you. You know, this person looked at you and didn't see a child, okay? They saw an older person. You know, they looked at you as being somebody different, somebody than who you should have been. You know what I'm saying? In their eyes, they saw you as somebody older, or somebody who they thought who they could do things to. You know what I'm saying? Not so good things to, if you get my drift. And I feel like this person maybe offered you something, or maybe treated you to certain things, maybe groomed you, that kind of stuff. You know, you trusted this person, you trusted this individual. They didn't see you as being a younger person. They saw you as being somebody, in their eyes, as being older. As you like them too, possibly because you were shapely. You know, You didn't look like everybody else in your family, or you didn't look like other people in your age group. Okay, you just didn't. You look different, pleasing to his eyes, Or you could have also been, if you went off to school or something, or hung out with your friends, you could have been date or APED, went on a date, they gave you something, gave you some sort of drug or something. I have here the death card. And I feel like this person really gave you something, or played a lot of games. We have the magician here. I feel like this person played with your head. They played with your head, and you were confused as to what was going on. You just didn't know what to think. And the next day, you were just dumbfounded, like, what the hell happened? What? I just saw 555. That may resonate with you. So you were confused as to what took place, what happened. What I just don't remember. What was that movie that I'm hearing in my head? I don't know why I'm hearing young. Maybe this person's name was Andrew. From the movie, it was true. It was a guy, true story guy, Andrew Luster. That's what I'm hearing in my head. It was also that live. I'm sorry, Amazon did a movie like Andrew Luster. Okay, I think that was the name of the movie. Maybe the person who bothered you, or maybe your name is Andrew, or maybe you know an Andrew, last name Luster. I don't know. Um, he had women in his house or something like that, and gave them some sort of drug, and even recorded them when he was doing what he was doing to them after they fell asleep after the drug he gave them or something like that. So maybe something happened like this to you or somebody that you know. I'm sorry if that happened. But definitely some energy around um, being caught up in a situation that was uncomfortable. And what else do we have here for you, Virgo? What else do we have here for the Virgo? And also, I may go live tomorrow. Just to let you all know, I may go live. I have the Three of Cups and I have the Queen of Cups celebrating. And maybe you need to just go out and enjoy yourself. And we got the Knight of Cups. And maybe go out and have fun and enjoy life instead of living a stifling life and not getting out and enjoying yourself. Maybe this is the perfect opportunity for you to do so. I feel like people ask you to go out, but you don't. They invite you to go out, but you decline all the time, and that you need to live a better life, but you don't. You want a family. I feel like you want to be there. You want to go out and have a good time, but you're always there for your family. Okay. You're always there for your family, but you're carrying on so much. I feel like you're just afraid to go out in the world because you don't want what happened. You don't want what happened to you in the past to happen to you again. But damn, you got a lot of people who are enamored by you though too. You really do have a lot of people who like you, who like the shape of your body. You got a lot of admirers. Okay, you got a lot of people peeking at you, whether you realize it or not. Okay, while you're sitting at home doing nothing, while you're sitting at home looking good, okay, looking sexy. All right, go out and have fun. You just never know. You may meet somebody through your friends, through hanging out with your girls, hanging out with your guys. I'm glancing at TV and I saw 666, so you may know those. They may resonate with you. Those numbers may resonate. Maybe that's your address, 666. But yeah, go out and have fun because I feel like you're back and forth in your head about it. I feel like you do a lot for your family. You go above and beyond for your family in a minute. Whatever my family needs, I'm up and out and I'm doing it. I'm making my family comfortable. But what about you? I feel like when people look at you, ooh, look at that. Ooh, what's your name? But I feel like you could make a lot of changes, in yourself. Over the years, you've made some changes. I'm not talking about body, as far as color and all of that stuff. But I feel like you're making a lot of changes, and they love your body. I don't care how you look. They love your voluptuous body. They just think that you're beautiful. You're gorgeous. They love those curves. They love those legs. They love those thighs. They even love the belly. They love the curves. They love your waist. They love your breasts. They love everything about you. You know, they just do. And you may feel uncomfortable. You may not like the way you look, but you have this new beginning in store. This energy around love for you, a new beginning, a new start, a blessing in life. It's like no matter what you do, you're going to be protected. You're being divinely guided to just enjoy life. Okay, you have people who want to date you, people who want to give to you, who want to be there for you. Older men, younger men. Okay, no matter the race, the creed, the color, they are interested in you. Okay, a new beginning for you. All right, and they just want to make you a part of their life, make you a part of their world. They want to be in your life. Open up. You know, you may have. I feel like people. You know, I keep on getting this energy around you being watched. Okay, when you were younger, you know, people watching you. And I feel like there's somebody here, maybe a couple, maybe one, maybe two, who was impregnated. I don't by mistake, if that makes sense. They stole your innocence and you ended up pregnant, or something happened to you, you ended up pregnant, or something like that, you know. Or your mother was impregnated and you ended up getting, and you were a product of a rape. You know what I'm saying, or something like that. So yeah, if that happened to you, or if you know that happened, I am so sorry for that. I'm sorry that happened, that you're carrying around that. You gotta talk to somebody, maybe find some healing. Okay, what other messages do we have? It's too many, you all. What other messages do we have here for you? Overcoming this heartache and pain that you've been through, that you experienced. Overcoming this. How do you overcome this, Virgo? How do you overcome it? How do you overcome this? It bothers you so much, but you still have a life to live. You've had a lot of opportunities. You've had a lot of opportunities pass you by because you're so afraid. You feel so stifled moving forward. You still have so much to look forward to. Like I said, you may need to just talk to somebody about it. You know, talk to a trusted friend, a family member, somebody who you can truly trust. Talk to a complete stranger. Talk to a therapist, you know, to help you get through this. I'm hearing to help you bleed through this. You got to let some of it out, you know. Don't allow the past to hold you back. You have a good life. You have the potential to be the first millionaire in your family is what I'm hearing. Okay? The first one in your family to really, really hit it big when it comes to your finances. But you're in your head about the past. You're holding on so tightly. Okay? I feel like a lot of people had their hands in that negativity. A lot of people had their hands in what hurt you and what continues to hurt you. You have a hand in it now. Okay? I feel like these people are no longer in your life, but you're still not trusting your life. It's like you're still remembering what they did to you. You're still remembering their hand, and they had a hand in what happened to you when you were younger or in your life. And you don't know what to do now with this opportunity that you have before you. I feel now you realize, like, man, I got my life to live. I can't think about everything I went through. I got to let all that stuff go. But how can I trust this? How do I know I'm not on the right journey? How do I know I'm not going to be hurt anymore? How do I know I won't be manhandled in their way anymore? Okay. How do I know that I won't be lied to anymore? That I won't be harmed in their way anymore? Okay. So I just feel like it's time for you to move on with your life. It's time for you to know that you are the best. You got the tower. You don't know how to move on from this. It tore you down, and I feel like it's still ripping you apart, and you don't know how to get out of it collectively. How are you going to get out of that? Because now you feel stuck and bored with life. But you have a new opportunity here. You're right there. It's like you can't see for looking. You can't see because you're so focused on the past, on everything that you thought you lost or you won't be able to attain. But you got to move on. You got to let go of the past. All right. and stop living it over in your head time and time again, day after day after day. Let's get a final advice card for you, Virgo. A final advice card for Virgo. I'm hearing another song. Well, a song I'm hearing, Lean on Me by Club Nouveau. I'll put it in the comments. Club Nouveau, Lean on Me. Bottom of the deck, I have here mending. But that's you mending. I feel like this is you mending yourself, mending your heart chakras, mending your child, your inner child, finding your inner peace. Okay, loving yourself for who you are. Okay, at this moment, and not giving up, on yourself. And saying to yourself, I've been through some shit in my life, and I'm not going to let what took place in my childhood rob me of my future. Hold on, you all. So when I saw this card, it took me back to my story that I wrote. It's on Amazon. I'm not saying that so you can go on Amazon and buy it. But anyway, it's called Stolen Innocence because when I was younger, I was sexually abused. So I wrote my story. And when I was talking about childhood, healing the childhood wound, it took me to the final part of my story, which I'm going to read now. So if you don't want to hear the part of the story, you don't have to. I'm going to read it. Okay, you can end it here. But the ending of the story is, but my reality at this moment right here, the moment where I end this story, the moment where I start to pick up the pieces of my broken childhood, this is the moment right here where I go back into that vacant house and find that pretty little black girl still sitting in the corner in that dirty kitchen. She is still sitting in the dark. Her knees are pulled up to her chest. Her hands are cupping her knees very tightly. She is crying and shaking because she is so scared that the man who hurt her is coming back. I call her name and she doesn't answer. She looks up and our eyes meet. I stoop down and hold out my hand. I tell her not to be afraid. At first, she hesitates and pulls back. She realizes that I look just like her, only older and bigger. Ha ha. Then the little girl, after all these years, sitting in the corner all by herself, hurt, shaken, and bruised from the inside out, takes my hand and stands up tall. She asks me who I was. I tell her I am her grown up self. She asks me why I was there. No one seemed to care that she was missing all those years. Why now? I told her I never knew that I left her behind alone in this filthy hellhole. I say, I'm so very sorry that I failed to look back, but I was so afraid. I'm so sorry, so very sorry that I left a piece of my soul behind. That little girl in that sailor dress looked down at that dirty corner across the room, the one with those 30-year-old blue shorts with the lines down either side of them were still on the floor, just as ragged as the rest of the building. She asked me, where were we going? I told her we were going home. She took my hand and I picked her up. Then the little girl, who looked just like me, only smaller, gave me a tight hug around my neck. She looked deep into my eyes and said, I love you. Tears ran down my face as I told her, I love you too. The end, but this is just my beginning. So yeah, I wrote this story a few years ago. It's like I said, it's called Stolen Innocence, about my sexual abuse, rape, molestation, all of this stuff when I was younger. But yeah, so we need to tell our stories because it's not only helping us heal, it's also helping others heal who have experienced what we've been through in our lives. Okay. We need to stop holding that all in and we need people to believe us. Okay. So I hope this I hope this reading helps you, but I also hope it helps you heal. Okay. And I hope that people believe you when you tell them something happened. All right. Talk to you soon.